This article here is one that has been making the news rounds the last little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And it is because,
It
well,
is ridiculous.
it is ridiculous. The creator of the Harley Quinn cartoon, so the R-rated cartoon meant for adults and everything,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
regularly swears, regularly depicts things like lesbian sex and stuff like
Extreme
that,
violence. Extreme
extreme
violence.
violence.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But the creator of that show says DC refused a Batman Catwoman sex scene because heroes don't do that. Now, let me tell you something. All I'm hearing
What are you hearing?
is that none of the DC heroes know how to please a woman.
Because heroes don't do that. Can you imagine?
Meanwhile, in Marvel, it's a regular joke about how Tony and She-Hulk regularly get around with everybody.
Yes. Also, uh, how many thousands of years has Thor been bedding down human women and goddesses? Like, I
Or
mean,
or let's put one of the three laws of Krakoa for the mutants into play here.
right,
Make more mutants. It's
right.
all about that. It's not even, they don't even really have established partners unless they want
No,
to. It's
right.
just go around, and as long as it's consensual, you're all good, baby.
I mean, Juggernaut and She-Hulk back in the day. Listen, this
Juggernaut's gotten around a fair bit too.
oh yes, he listen, let me tell you something. One thing you can say, you can have your absolutely have your preference. You could prefer DC Comics universe over the Marvel comics, but the one thing you can't say about the Marvel comics is that they don't be getting it in. They gets it in. Now DC on the other hand.
Oh man. DC, Batman
Wow.
has a kid. So we have to assume that in DC, sex is only for procreation.
It's only yeah, listen.
You are
Matter
not to enjoy that.
How dare you enjoy? How dare you enjoy? Basically, DC Universe was created. Their one above all is Amish or or a Quaker or something. Like it's got to be one because that's just heroes. Heroes don't do that. I got a message for you, DC, about that. Um,
Heroes do that.
Heroes do that in this world. Trust me, if you're good at that, you're a hero.
Oh man. But the article continues. DC Entertainment's animated Harley Quinn series has emerged as a critical and fan sensation over its first two seasons, and
Facts.
popularity around the series should only continue to surge as the upcoming third season heads to HBO Max.
Mhm.
The show embraces violence and sexuality in a way the majority of comic book films and television series do not.
Mm.
And yet, there is a line DC is not willing to cross.
Mm.
In an interview with Variety via Uproxx, Harley Quinn co-creator Justin Halpern reveals DC rejected a scene depicting oral sex between Batman and Catwoman for the show's third season. It's incredibly gratifying and free to be using characters that are considered villains because you have so much more leeway, Halpern said.
Yes.
A
Yes.
perfect example of that is the third season of Harley, when we had a moment where Batman was going down on Catwoman. And DC was like, you can't do that. You absolutely cannot do that. They're like, heroes don't do that. So we said,
Oh
are you
man.
saying heroes are just selfish lovers? They were like, no, it's that we sell toys for heroes. It's hard to sell a toy if Batman's going down on someone. And
Why?
all I can think is, why are you selling toys of Batman going down on someone?
Yeah. I
Also, more importantly, Harley Quinn hasn't been a legit villain in like
in
7,
years.
8 years.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
has been, she's moved into anti-hero territory at this
Yeah.
point.
All of
But
that character progression y'all gave her. You can't keep putting her in the same category as a
the
villain.
the
That's
closest you
ridiculous.
can come to her being a villain is the fact that she still associates with Poison
Yes.
Ivy.
Right. Facts. 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 It's come on, guys.
Yeah, it's like
Really,
Variety
really.
issued the following disclaimer on the matter. In fairness to DC, both Halpern and co-creator Patrick Schumacher went on to say that the company has been remarkably supportive of their series and has allowed them to push the envelope numerous times. Still, it remains to be seen if Batman and Catwoman will be shown engaging in some bedroom antics in season 3, or if it will be simply implied via cunning linguistics.
Listen, we have to come to the realization that DC doesn't want Batman eating the cat. Um, continue.
Harley Quinn aired its first 2 seasons on the DC Universe platform, but is getting a huge sign of confidence from Warner Media as its third season heads to HBO Max. The
Hmm.
show features the voice of The Big Bang Theory and Flight Attendant star Kaylee Cuoco as Harley Quinn.
I did not know she was Harley. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
Plus Lake Bell as Poison Ivy and Alan Tudyk as Joker, and other DC villains such as Clayface and Calendar Man. Because
Hmm.
Alan Tudyk is extremely talented,
Yes, he is.
and he's always been embedded in nerd culture. Like most of
Right.
his roles have been some kind of nerd culture hit. So
Right.
it's no surprise that he's playing multiple roles, including the theatrical Clayface.
Yeah, and who is absolute nut job on
Oh yeah.
everything.
And it's like,
Um.
to be fair, they do change his character a fair bit for the
Hmm.
show.
Hmm.
Like in the show, he is kind of he's more theatrical and almost an imbecile.
Right.
Whereas, yeah, nice. And there's so many more like this. There was a Moon Knight one I saw that was just a parody of the Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's like, oh yeah, if you're a police officer, name me 2 laws. Except this one's like, oh yeah, if you're better than Batman, name me 2 things you can do that Batman can't. It's like, I can kill criminals and I can go down on my girlfriend.
For those of you that are listening, going to be listening to this on wherever you listen to podcasts at, what I am showing now in the video is a meme, one of the memes that have been floating around ever since the creator of Harley Quinn had to go through that stuff, where it's a meme that has Batman and Catwoman in it, and which Batman says, "I know the location of every nerve cluster on a man's body." And Catwoman says, "And a woman's right." And a woman's right. Batman says nothing. He says with that broody brood look on his face
Yeah.
because, in fact, despite all of the martial arts training he's had, despite all of the detective skills that he has acquired over years, and all the other myriad of skills that Batman learned how to do, that is the one thing he's lacking.
Yeah.
Oh man, Batsy. I see now why the Joker laughs at you.
Yeah.
Woo, buddy. Damn it, Bats. Damn it. Hilarious. 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 Um is there any more commentary? Any more
No,
bat slander you wanted to offer?
not right now, but there's gonna be more and more memes coming out about this.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Just so you guys know, part of the show now is has a video component. So you might want to come and subscribe to the Metas and Mutants YouTube
YouTube
channel,
channel.
and that way you'll get all of this video content that we're going to be putting up, and it helps the show out.
And
So
you'll get
yeah.
to see the terrible faces behind these wonderful voices.
Exactly. Exactly. The next